Speaking of Warwick Kappa, he stormed out of the Swans team of the century, Jared. We'll hear more about that later on as Smith gets the ball out to Brown. Brown's kick wasn't a good one. He didn't look and has been marked by Peverill outside 50. Squares it up for Welsh, who had to go hard at the ball. He did it well. Now McPhee from 48 metres out and closing. It's on its way. That's the first of the afternoon. Adam McPhee. First blood to the Bombers. It appears, I can only guess, that that Luke Darcy was having a bit of a wrestle with him. Anyway, so in comes Hill. From 48 metres out, he shins it forward. Almost the mark.
Yeah.
Well, that's another goal anyway. Lloyd kicks it. And the Bulldogs defence not up to it on that occasion. Second for the Bombers. Thumps it up to the forward 50. Here comes the Bombers. McPhee got back. And McMahon was up against Fletcher, as you said. And well, they were just able to raffle it on that occasion. McPhee's kicked the goal, and that's his fourth possession to Solomon, who's had 3 as well. They're going well, the Bombers, and Wellman does it straight to his skipper in Hurd. Hurd gets it out further to Bullen. Bullen's kick was a beauty. Right to the man of the moment, Matthew Lloyd.
Would be a very good chance from this distance.
So Matthew Lloyd, not used to having the breeze in his face here, so he was quite legitimate in throwing the old turf up in the air. Will it make it? It has. It somehow got through that pack of players, and Lloyd has kicked.
Free kick anyway.
Goal number 2. Peverill flicks it out wider still to Welsh. Welsh up to centre wing. Mark required, and Hill's very good around the ground. Gets the ball working now. Here's Cupido. Bombers, well, take your pick. Out to Mark Johnson rather. Mark Johnson inside. Beautiful looking kick. And the mark has been taken there by Mark Bolton. And as I was going to say earlier on, there was a transition that resulted in a free kick to James Hurd for in the back.
To the footy.
12 marks to Essendon, none to the Bulldogs so far in the game. As in comes in comes Bolton and kicks the 4th goal for Essendon. In the meantime, Solomon, for a bloke who's training just once a week, he's getting plenty of it. He's running hard.
I think he's just winded at the moment, Ed, so could be a good sign for the
I don't think there's too much in it as far as anything untoward.
He's up and about, he'll be fine.
Peverill gets it back inside. Now the Bombers through Bolton. Nice short kick to Bullen, and Bullen will have to kick from outside 50.
Bullen's playing half forward on Rowan Smith. Absolutely to do a negative job on Smith, who's been probably the Western Bulldogs' best player, along with Brad Johnson. And right at the moment, he's going okay. If he can kick a goal, it's a bonus.
So Bullen comes. He's only kicked 3 in his career. He's got good contact on that one. He's got great contact. And the Bombers have kicked 5 straight. Three possessions. They're only 15 metres out from the goal. In the end, the kick goes forward from Skipper. But see, this is the 3rd wall at half back, and it comes straight back in. McVeigh again, look at the kick straight down the throat.
Now, brilliant play by the Bombers, and you identified their major problem, the Bulldogs, Ed, and that is just getting the ball over the lines of defence in a split second, so they are still in the action.
So Lloyd coming in for goal number 3 from 40 metres out. Matthew Lloyd doesn't miss them like that. Mark McVeigh, his groomsman, put it up for him, and late wedding present.
3 Bombers. Look at the triangle close up there as they let Wellman, who is running straight at it. Good thinking Bombers. Hurd is great by foot. Round Gian Siracusa. Driving ball. Watch for Mark Johnson. Pretty hook. Off hands. Darcy. Wrapped up. Lloyd tackle. And the Mark Johnson tackle. And he's been pinged. Will the kick go to Lloyd or Mark Johnson? Because I think it may have been the second tackle. Lloyd comes in for goal number 4 of the quarter, and he's got it. Goal number 66 for the year for Matthew Lloyd.
It was, and it created a goal, as most gang tackles do. McPhee is the loose man at present for the Bombers.
So the Bombers are away to a 32-point lead, and bang, it's up forward again. Guess who?
Well, you call McPhee down the other end, Jared, is loose. The only reason that's the case is that...
And this man, Matthew Lloyd, is lining up for goal number 5.
Rick Kennedy.
We've only been going 26 and a half minutes. In he comes from right on the 50, hits it beautifully. Here's kicked 5 goals straight. The Bombers now by 38 points.
favour the side with the most numbers, and Essendon quickly have a shot at goal.
Bombers by 39 points. Rowan Smith with a kick out. And guess who? James Hird. Inside to McPhee, who's been fantastic today. Lloyd's got away in the pocket. That's where it's heading. Lloyd!
That was a great kick.
Ryan Hargrave is, in fact, the new opponent for Matthew Lloyd, as Brian Taylor alluded to as a possibility. But I tell you,
as in comes Lloyd from 20 metres out directly in front. He has kicked 6 goals straight. The superstar from Windy Hill.
Darcy had it spent before he really had acquired it.
Great mark,
Kick
Hird.
by West was a sensational mark by Hird, wasn't it?
Wade Skipper will have a look at that, or someone should show him through the week.
Lucas marks the ball at half-back, so some turnover mistakes costly here. Eagleton's back up and running at half-forward as Walsh. Feeds off to Fletcher, who runs wide. He's got Mark Johnson on downfield, so they'll go forward again, the Bombers. Here comes Lloyd on the charge. The kick needs to be good. Crediuk got a fist there. Beat all. At the back. Haynes or Bullen. Bullen it is! Shot on goal along the ground is there. Got his second. The rebound ricochet off Bolton was well done by Murphy. Now the centering kick to Brown, but it's 2-on-1 because of the loose. Need to match up again. It needs to be 6-on-6. Ball out wide. Here is Mercury.
Mark Mercury comes in. Gets told to kick it into the corridor. That was good play by Bullen.
Kick.
Bullen directed that from the pocket because Mercury looked up. All he could see was Bullen in the pocket. And Bullen stuck his right arm up and said, kick it into the corridor.
To be competing 2 against 1.
So Mark Bolton coming in has kicked 1 goal today. He's kicked 9 for the season. He's now got double figures for the season. He kicks his 10th of the year.
Robbins normally pretty good by foot. Johnson's got to work really hard. That was Brad. But instead, Jason marked it. And now the lead by Hird. And the brilliant disposal by McVeigh was unstoppable.
Bit of hierarchy there, Gary.
He'll play on and go wide to Cupido. And Cupido marks in the pocket. Nasidi comes to the bench for a spell. Fluent kick of the ball. Left foot up. And he comes. There's the reverse angle. And look at that. Just floating off a little. I think it's there, though. Is it? It is. Cupido gets his first. Looking for Brown, but Lucas steps in again. Now the Bombers set up the loose. Here's the build-up again as we gradually work it forward to Lloyd. Peverill in the middle will find the loose man there. They've got Hird running in support. Mercury marks. Probably should have given it, didn't. Now the chip kick to Alessio. He marks. He only had the smaller opponent in West to beat.
He needs to kick these goals.
So the Bombers just sneaking away. They've kicked the last 2 goals consecutively of this quarter. And this would make it 3 after the Bulldogs had just stopped the flow there for 20 minutes or so. But Alessio gets his first of the game. And the Bombers extend their lead.
To set themselves up for a possible top 4 position. West goes forward. The mark taken by Gian Siracusa. His kick inside 50.
This is the wrong area, Eddie. There's just 3 and 4 players there for Essendon.
Yep. And Lucas, have a look at this, out to Big Sass, who goes up and takes the mark, gets it over the top to Bullen. Bullen says, where's Lloydie? And Bolton says, behind me. But look at him go. He's one of the fastest players at Essendon. And he made plenty of space for himself to kick goal number 3. Gave it out to the right man, though, intercepted there. Lucas. Johnson was the interceptor. Alessio over the top. McPhee. Inside to Cupido. Cupido can go back to McPhee, dancing forward, coming back, finding some space, a spearing kick up the Lloyd. That was magnificent play by Matthew Lloyd.
We often rave about the Peter Hudson.
To equal the goal-kicking record of Simon Madden at 575. In he comes. The kick is on its way. M. Lloyd's equaled the record of Simon Madden. 575th career goal. Look at this, the Bombers are just lining up. It is very much like a training drill.
You talk about uncontested possession. There was a record amount last week, Melbourne v the Western Bulldogs. I reckon this is going to give it a nudge.
Absolutely, there hasn't been I can't recall a tackle for the last 3 passages of play. As the ball's kicked forward by Haynes, out towards Lloyd. And here we go for the record, boys. Matthew Lloyd takes a mark in the forward pocket at the appropriate Tony Lockett end. He's kicked 7 this afternoon. This for goal number 8 and the record. Congratulations, Matthew Lloyd, the greatest Bomber goal kicker ever.
Murphy picks it up, bangs it down there towards Boyd. Should have turned around and competed for the ball. He didn't. He left it for power. So Hurd at the back gobbles it up, gives it off to Walsh. Look at the players out the other side here for the Bombers. They are fair dinkum lining up. McGrath, little hand up, and then kick to Jason Johnson, who marks solidly.
Made a change down there, Brian. Credihook's gone back on the Lloyd.
Jason Johnson directly in front, but close to the man on the mark. Lets it launch. That's a goal. Bombers have kicked 2 in a row, kicked 3 for the quarter.
Yes, once the umpire's called time off, he should then call time back on. But if they don't, the timekeeper will anticipate that the game is ready to start again and will start the clock in the absence of the umpire doing the right thing and technically letting go with the whistle.
Right answer, wrong question.
Welsh, if you can understand all that, as Lloyd marks and the line-up for goal number 9.
Watch the clock, will you?
I tell you what. In he comes.
I'm with you.
45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Lloyd lets rip, and he's got 9. No go. Wellman dishes to Lucas. Low, quick ball out right, finds Haynes, who's been impressive again this week. Finds McGrath in the corridor, just forward of the centre circle. So the Bombers' skills have been pretty tidy. Now the kick to Lloyd on the lead. And he marks. He'll have to kick it a long way, though. He'll have to kick it all of 54 to 55 metres. Had a big day today. Kicked 6 goals in the first quarter today. This one's going! Going! 10 goals for Matthew Lloyd. And look at the Bomber fans celebrate. Round of the year against the Pies. Richmond, Fremantle and Collingwood, the next 3 for the Bombers, as Lucas lines up with a sloppy attempted goal, but Hill drops in the front and marks the ball on the end of the 10-metre square. On the other hand,
The stitching was poor, but not sure where that theory ever went.
It's a job from Mitho at this final siren.
just brace it down, Mitho, if you can, as Hill goals for the Bombers.
They're back in the experimental mode at the moment. Jacobs and Lucas both have gone forward.
Push off there by Lucas. Cupido, who's spent a long time on the bench, gives it to Peveril, and the centering ball finds Bullen, who's been rather impressive today. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the game. A 68-point margin in favour of the Bombers, and Alessio has come to life over the last couple of weeks as well. He can go deep into the pocket and find McCurry. McCurry wants to play on. Thought about it, had a look at it.
And they've also been able to spell others who have just been nursing along a bit. Hurd, James Seedy on the interchange bench at the moment. Pretty perfect afternoon at the moment.
McCurry converts for his first. The Bombers by 74.
And great to see a smile on his face.
McVeigh comes wide out to Welsh. No, but Harrison gets in front. Welsh gets it. Here's the chance. Here comes Lloyd. We're looking for the record. And he's got the mark.
Fantastic, Matthew Lloyd. What a fitting way to finish off what has been a memorable day in this young man's life.
Gordon Coventry end at Telstra Dome. Matthew Lloyd looking for goal number 11 and a double record performance from 50. Has split the record and got the double record. 11 goals to Matthew Lloyd and the club goal kicking record and a comprehensive victory by the Bombers. What a trifecta! They'll be singing all night at Windy Hill.
Yes, and there was a lot to like about the performance. So many of the Bombers put their hands up this afternoon to really stake a place in the finals. They look almost certain now, Jared, you would think.